Yeah.
Let me ask you, there is a lot of talking about your meeting in Dawara.
Good.
Danpolio.
Yes.
Please, could you yeah, because
I knew the question was going to come.
no, it's
So
not a question. I want you to just
no. You see,
what obtained
yes.
in Dawara.
Let me give you.
And well, I want to tell you what.
No. Before you give your reaction, let me give you the answer, because by giving your reaction, you are asking a question and answering it, which is not necessary.
You have not listened to me.
Okay. Right. Go ahead.
When you were in Dawara, did you sign any document? Your meeting in Dawara, Danpolio.
That's why I said you are asking a question and trying to answer it, because even though you have put this as a question. No, look. Excuse me. Excuse me. My answer to your first question incorporates this second question. So why must you ask a global question and then you start putting the splinters of that question and asking me to first answer the splinter before going to the comprehensive question?
Then I want to say I don't know how to present questions like you, a lawyer.
No, you know. You definitely know.
I know.
Okay, let me tell you what happened. First of all, I did not sign any document presented to me in Dawara. Is that clear?
Yeah.
Good. Secondly, let me tell you the story of Dawara. Alhadjia Baba Dampulo, he called me because I had done some consultancy for him several years back. His lawyer happens to be the first Muslim in southern Cameroon that is practicing. And the boy was training with me before going to, I pushed him to go to Nigerian law school. And I can tell you I took off with a very bad relationship with Dampulo. He was harassing Bururos and chasing them away and taking the land and forcing them to pay money to him. I went to Dawara in the mosque and stopped the Bururo people who were called to come and pay in the mosque where the Akali court was sitting in Dawara. Some money. I came there, wore my wig and gown. We don't appear in customary courts, and the Akali court is like a customary court. I terrorized them with my dressing, and that was purely human rights advocacy and was pro bono. I did that for Ado Duni. He's still alive, and his children, and they remain eternally grateful to me. I went there and told the man, "What do you give me the money here?" They gave me. I turned the thing and gave the son. I said, "You get out of here and let's go. You, the Akali, you are not even a Cameroonian. You are a Chadian."
The Akali court.
Yes. Wait. I told him this, and I told the people, "Let's go." I had taken the father of that my trainee, because I didn't have a car. The father of that my trainee is the one who drove me to that place with his Subaru to go and save those people. When we came back, they started hunting for Sule's father. I took Sule's father and gave him refuge in my residence for 2 months. And I sent word to Alhadjia Baba. I say, "I hear that you terrorize people. You come and meet the Baliman in my house." They went to Justice Misare. He went to Justice Misare and tried to lobby if they could talk to me. Went to the governor's office and so on and so forth. They say, "That one, we cannot even handle him." But it came to a point where the same Bururo people that I had been defending, some of them started collaborating with Alhadjia Baba, and it isolated the activists amongst them. And I said, to allow that conflict to continue, it is important, if an opportunity presents itself, to broker peace between the two of them. That's a prelude to it. So on one occasion they had a conference and they asked me to present a paper for the ADOs in the Northwest. I'm not part of that community. All the ADOs were in the Congress Hall. And I went there and I told my story that fighting may be good, but building peace is more important. That came to pass. This man called me, said, Bobga, the President, Paul Biya, has asked me that I'm a businessman and an elite of the Northwest. You should definitely know who that lawyer Bobga is. Can you call him and ask him what really the problems of lawyers are so that we can solve this thing? And I told him that this is not the problem of lawyer Bobga, it is the problem of common law lawyers. And there are 4 of us who are leading the complaint. There is myself as the president of Northwest Lawyers Association, there's Agbobala as president of FACO Lawyers, there's Eyambe as president of Meme Lawyers, and there is Emilien Ganjo as president of Malnew Lawyers. I said, I will not attend any meeting with you. If you came to my office to brief me for a case that has nothing to do with this matter, we'll talk one-on-one. But so long as it concerns the lawyers' fight, trust me, you must receive us as a team. I took off for Southwest, and I discussed it with Bala. I told Niba Fontem. Bala is the one who called Emilien. I was sitting in his car and informed her. He called Eyambe and informed her. So all of us, the 4 presidents, we agreed to go to Ndawara, including Niba Fontem, who is the Secretary General of the University Lecturers Syndicate in Boya. When we did that, Agobala dropped me at Grand Jano Express. I was supposed to travel the night. They tried to convince me that I should wait and we leave very early in the morning. I said, you guys are younger people. Me, I'm old. I want to go overnight. I will sleep for about 3 hours. I'll sleep for about 3 hours. And I hope you're not filming, Mr. Kum.
No, he's not.
No, he shouldn't do that.
No, he's not.
No, if you want to film, you collect what would have been done here.
Yeah.
I'm not afraid of anything, but I think that I want us to have, you know, one source.
Yes.
Now, okay. Okay, what happened? What happened is that Agobala dropped me and my luggage at Grand Jano at about past 6. Then he left and went back home. At 8 o'clock, because the buses take off at 10, he called me and said, Bobga, Papa has finally passed. There's no way I can go to Bamenda with you. I asked him immediately, have you called Eyambe? Because for me, if it entailed our postponing so that everybody should be on board, we would have done it. He said, no, you people go and you give me the results. I've not yet called Eyambe, but in due course I will call him. We took off. Coincidentally, Niba Fontem met me and we rode in the same bus to Bamenda. When we got to Bamenda, I took a taxi and went to my house in Bali because I live in the village. After I had slept a bit and gotten up, had my bath, I called Eyambe. In which hotel are you? Because definitely he was going to go have a rub down in a hotel. I said, because I want to meet you. He said, no, I was depending on Bala. I didn't have any money to travel to Northwest. Since Bala said he was hiring a vehicle, I was depending on him to come and pick me in Kumba, and then we come through Manfi. I said, so you have not come? He said, yes. I said, okay. Fontem travel with me, so we will go with Fontem. I called Tassang in the presence of Fontem. Tassang said he could not sacrifice his Sunday service. I tried to convince him that this is the sacrifice we are all making. He said, no. At 1 o'clock, we had delayed because Franz Venkat told me to wait for them. They came to my house. They interviewed me for about 1 hour, 45 minutes on the struggle. And when we got to town, since I didn't have a good vehicle that could go up to Ndawara, we're depending on the state council, whom Alhadjia Baba had asked to assist us if we didn't have transport. Tassan called us at 1 o'clock or past 1 and said, where are you people now? If you give me 1 hour, 30 minutes to 2 hours, I can catch up with you people. And I said, look, we're supposed to take off at 9 o'clock. All these fellows have been waiting. The people of France Venkat asked me, can they accompany us? And since I didn't know there was anything to hide, I said, please, we want as much vision to what we are doing. So if you accompany us and you carry out the interview, good and fine. And you cover the occasion. So we left from Ndawara. And when we got there and sat in Alhadjia Baba's office, a former CLTV journalist, Nyok Moses, you might know him. He now works for Alhadjia Baba. And when we were discussing, they were asking questions and we were explaining. Alhadjia Baba would turn to him, Nyok Moses, can you note down this point? This is one of the things we should report to the head of state so that they know. At some point, I said, Alhadji, we have to be careful here. Moses is my younger brother. He is on your payroll. I don't want to be misrepresented. Nyok Moses is not competent to summarize and present our opinion and feelings. So my option is that we will give you the raw thing that we want the head of state to hear.
So he was
Wait, listen.
He was the rapporteur.
Just listen, please. Just listen. And when I rejected him taking notes with the view of summarizing or whatever, I told Alhadjia Baba, we are going to prepare a communique to President Paul Biya via you, Alhadjia Baba, and the introduction was pursuant to your request through Alhadjia Baba that he should approach, I didn't say lawyer Bobga, he should approach the lawyers and find out what their problems were. We are sending you this reminder because since May, we have been sending the same message. We prepared a communique in that respect for the lawyers. Neba Fontem prepared one for the teachers, bearing their own grievances, plus he added something on the other associations that constituted the consortium, like the businessmen, the Okada riders, and so on. He wrote on that aspect, since he was Secretary General. We signed, myself and Emilien Ganjo, the president of Manu Lawyers, we signed our communique. And two of us, because now Eyambe and Bala, they were not present. Niba Fontaine, because Tassan was not present and Tame Valentine was not present, he signed the one for the teachers alone. We finished at about 1 a.m. That is when we went to have dinner. Yes, because I insisted that there is no way we can allow anybody write anything for us. I always go with my laptop. In fact, I didn't come with it here because there wasn't that need for me to use it, so to speak. We wrote out the thing. It was sealed in an envelope. And Alhadjia Baba, in fairness to him, he dispatched a driver and one of his staff with the raw stuff we had prepared at 2 a.m. They asked us to sleep. I said, I cannot sleep. If these two gentlemen are going with a pickup, we will join them. So the three of us entered in that pickup. We got to Bamenda at about 4 something. They dropped Emilien Nganjo at Foncha Street, Niba Fontem on the new road going to station from the Banja Road, from Amumezam. And then they dropped me at Mansfield Hotel opposite the taxation. because it was already like getting to 5, there was no need for me to take a hotel room. I sat in the lobby, because it's my cousins who own the hotel. I sat in the lobby, and when it was past 6, I went and took a taxi and went to Bali. You should also ask for the video of the 13th of January, when we had the common law meeting in Kumba, the last common law meeting in Kumba, common law bar meeting, where Barrister Obenson, former magistrate, was the chairperson. It's on video. Bala, Emilian, and Ayambe, they each got up and said there has been a lot of miscommunication about Bobga and the mission to Ndawara. We want to tell you that these were Bala's words. We all agreed to go to Ndawara, but for the sudden death of my father, or the death of my father because he had been sick, the death of my father, which made me not to go, and as a result, Ayambe that I was supposed to pick up from Kumba did not go. But Bobga and Emilian represented us. They came back and reported to us, and we adopted what they had done. There is all this idea in people's mind that Southern Cameroon has already been delivered. So people are looking for their knives to go and get their cut of the elephant. But I say it's a long haul. People should settle down. By the time they liberate Southern Cameroon, you and I will not have the physical energy to take appointive or elective public office. We will sit in our retirement and give advice to these young people, right? So I need this to be clear. And a powerful person like you, you should be able. I'm not hiring you to clean me up because I know how to handle distraction. I leave people rot in their stupidity because it doesn't change me. But if you have a chance to advise any of those fellows, don't tell them that, don't attack Bobga. Simply tell them that, be honest to yourself. Period. Don't be honest to Bobga. Be honest to yourself. Because by and large, the mischief of man catches up with him sooner than he expects. So we don't need that. We need to establish the ethic of this revolution by removing people's mind from the negativities that we pursue and be more positive by looking at the bigger picture, which is beyond us as individuals.